After a breakfast of Cuban coffee, scrambled eggs, and papaya, one of my traveling companions offered me a fashion tip. "I'd never wear that," said Lou, a filmmaker and veteran photojournalist who'd covered the Contra War for Reuters in the 80s. He knew what he was talking about. I shifted in my Tevas, faded yellow button-down barely concealing a pastel green tee. Apparently my outfit screamed tourist. "When you're in another country," he said, "you don't want to stand out. That's why I always wear black." The last thing I wanted was to stand out. I was in Cuba, after all, to watch, not to be noticed. I was there to attend the International Festival of New Latin American Cinema. I'd come to see the country before a version of it was swallowed by time, before it was overrun by people like me. Despite the paradox, the small communist island can seem like the ultimate travel destination, since visitors imagine themselves traversing both geographic space and temporal distance. But the future looms. Following the normalization of diplomatic relations with Cuba in 2014, U.S. travel restrictions are easing. Teva-clad Americans were already starting to pour in, so last December, camera in tow, I flew via Mexico City to Havana. While there, I hailed 57 Chevy taxis, sampled ropas viejas, and studied rusty cannons aimed in Florida's general direction. I slurped mojitos and bucanero beer and spent an inordinate amount of time sitting in the dark, worshipping at the flickering altar of projected images. Thank God for subtitles. I could decipher the story of the time-traveling taxi driver, my doppelganger in a way, who dips into the past to confront a revolutionary playwright. The playwright accuses the time traveler of revolution tourism. "You're looking for epic, for romance," he says. "What about my Cuba?"